Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. I'm going to do a little short video for you today. I think you'll find really interesting. I hadn't talked about this in a while, and I think it might answer some questions here. It would be really good if law enforcement is watching this too. And I'm going to start with this Facebook post that I created this morning, and that lays it out. And here was the opening screen there. It said 2 months before the murder attempt, my home was listed for sale due to terrorism, but I had no bids. Okay, fun fact. Okay, and I think that's important because you can't imagine how many times people have asked, suggested, ordered me to move since I survived the murder attempt. Okay, and a lot of people don't know that I had actually put my home for sale due to the terrorism. But after they shot me, crippled me for life, then I'm going, no, I ain't gonna do that. I've already done that, and I had no bidders. Okay, and so here I'm gonna go on just with my next comment here. I've had hundreds of people ask, suggest, or order me to sell my home and move since I survived the murder attempt, as they're now desperate to get me out of my home before the underground homes and tunnels are exposed for the public to see. What this means is they wanted my home, but they didn't want to buy it, and as they were planning on killing me and getting it for free. Okay, and I believe that that just makes a lot of sense. Now they want me to sell my home, but before 2 months before the murder attempt, then when I listed my home, then they didn't want to buy it because they were going to kill me and get it for free. Okay, this was an old post. I call it my move post. I could go back. I probably had a move comment this week. I mean, there's rarely a week goes by I don't get somebody go, why don't you move? Why don't you move? Why don't you move? I'd move if I was you, and just all kinds of move comments. That's what all these are. Move, 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 move. Like I said, these are old ones, here's a rude one. This Betty Thomas, sell and move the F out, you moron. I'd had one where Shannon Jeter told me, buddy, cops can kill you and get away with it. Stop publicizing their business and you go buy you another home. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It's like move or be murdered. The cops are going to murder you if you don't sell your property. That's what he was telling me, right? And then it's like, well, what's their business? Is it pimping out little girls in underground parties? Is it killing people to get their property? What is this police business that I'm publicizing that they're going to murder me for? And how come it's connected to my home? Okay. Also on this post, see, I'm putting in some of them death threats right there, like Lance Eggleston. He says, we have access to your residence at all times. No one will ever believe your story. You will be silenced, not if, but when. Here's another one, Kathy Backus. He's going to end up being in a hole. Randy Wallace. Best stop worrying about it. They're going to get the snitch. So somebody breaks in your home, shoots you, you're a snitch. That's ludicrous. I mean, that's nuts. To even suggest that, but that's the number of death threats I got. And then the other thing is the Hobbs Act. And the Hobbs Act says you can't conspire with others to terrorize a property owner into selling their property. And that's exactly what's going on. This crime ring is working together to terrorize me into selling my property, my home, because it has $1 million underground home in the backyard where they murdered a little girl and they desperately want me out of this home. Okay. And so some of them break into my home. The other ones threaten my life. The police, the corrupt police, they look the other way and allow the terrorism. And see, that's the thing. That's why I was putting my home up for sale in 2011 before the murder attempt, was because of the terrorism, the repeated break-ins to my home that the police were allowing. Okay. And so I just want to show you that. I'm going to move on to my next comment here. The reason that I listed it for sale was because the ex-wife had stuck her finger in my chest, and she says, here's what you're going to do. You're going to pay for me an apartment, or I'm telling everybody that you're crazy. That was going to cost me around $1,800 a month, and I didn't owe her anything. She was trying to extort money from me over the crimes at this house. I also didn't realize how big of a threat that was, saying she was going to call me crazy. I replied right back, here's what I'm going to do. I'm selling this home, and this is over. That was when I contacted Janine Pruitt, the realtor that found me this home in the first place, and I listed it for sale at the market price. It was listed for 3 months, but I didn't get a bid, and it came off the market 2 months before the murder attempt. Okay, the picture here is just a screenshot of when my home was for sale. You can see it for sale in 2011. You know, picture Janine there, and the reason was due to the terrorism. She stuck her finger in my chest. Says, "Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay me $1,800, a month for the rest of your life because me and my friends rigged this home." You know, that's what she's saying. I'm going, no, I'm not. You know, here, and this was a recording. We'll listen to it. It's real short. Let's see if we can play this here. Yeah. Okay, this picture of the home. That ain't the one. It's coming up. This is the video that was made to sell my home in 2011. That's what this is. It's on. That's where the link was. Okay, so it's just showing you that, and I'm gonna jump back over. Okay, because we will hear that. We'll hear that recording in a minute. Before the ex-wife and I got back together, we made a recording, and this is when she admitted to trying to extort money from me. She told me the truth of the matter is that Greg told me to do it. Greg was her wealthy friend from Nebraska, and she had already told me that he owned a jet airplane, had a lot of cocaine, and had my company's cell phone hacked. Okay, and then that's where the video is of the recording. I have a screenshot because I sent this off to have it transcribed. We took the recording and had a professional company transcribe it. And basically, I was talking, buddy, and here I'm reminding her, I'm talking to her, you're going to pay me $1,800 or $1,200 a month, or I'm going to lie about everything that I've seen and tell everybody you're crazy. Because here she is at my house pretending, and that she's on my side. I was here. This was before I was married to her, but here she's telling me, I heard somebody crawling across the attic, all that, which I'm sure she did, because that's true, And then she says, I made a mistake. I said, you're the only one going to make money off it. I made a mistake. So anyway, that was the screenshot. I think it means more when you listen to it.
You're the one that's gonna make money off of it. See, I could never figure out why. Why would this all happen? And then all of a sudden, wow, who the hell is gonna follow the cash? Follow the cash. Who's gonna make money off this house being broken? And how in the world can you know and say that somebody's coming across the attic and breaking in the house and turn around and go, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay me $1,800 or $1,200 a month, or I'm going to lie about everything that I've seen and tell everybody you're crazy. You're the only one that was going to make money off the house. Does that tie you back into the people breaking in the house?
No.
Conspiracy?
Absolutely not.
Huh?
Absolutely not. In your mind, yes. Obviously it does. In your mind, obviously it does.
I'm standing from the outside.
No, it's absolutely not true.
I stand from
the truth of the matter is that's what Greg suggested.
That's what Greg suggested. So extortion, as she's saying, it's not her fault that she tried to extort money from me because Greg suggested it. And so you heard that. Okay, so there was an admission to felony extortion. That's real important, that she admitted to felony extortion. You go to prison for that, or if we had laws, that's the problem, is the lawlessness here. All laws, no laws apply here at this house. All crimes are being allowed against me. My next comment. Arthur Welch, the former boyfriend of the ex-wife, told me that he suspected Greg, the rich dude from Nebraska, may have been involved in the murder attempt on my life, as she was talking to him a lot during that time. Arthur had told me in 2012 that he believed that she had a lot to do with the shooting, and in 2019, and had threatened to have him killed too. And then he posted this to his Facebook in 2020. Arthur said, I was dating this guy's ex-wife when I overheard her talking, and from the things I heard, she had tried to have him killed for insurance money, and to hear how many police were involved. One, her longtime personal friend. And so this was posted on Arthur Welch's Facebook. I took a print screen of it. I was dating this guy's ex-wife and one, her personal friend. I want to show you that, and law enforcement can look at that. That's what Arthur Welch said. And so my next comment, 2 years after the murder attempt, I found out during the protective order hearing that MPD detective Rosie Rodriguez and the ex-wife were lifelong friends and had gone to elementary and junior high together. See, I didn't know that. And I believe that's who Arthur was talking about. Rosie had met me at the 7-Eleven after I was shot, and she climbed in my trunk, started giving me first aid, and then she said that she wasn't even there, okay? She was also seen planting my stolen cell phone behind my nightstand on the security camera pictures. Remember, she made up the lie that said, Buddy said his battery is dead, and I'm going, no, I didn't. My battery was fully charged. You know, my cell phone was stolen, and I had my cordless phone that sat on the charger all the time. I didn't say that, and she was lying. You know, she made up that lie because she knew they'd stolen my phone, and she leaned over my nightstand where my stolen cell phone was planted. Okay. And then she also testified in court at the protective order hearing that I was delusional. You know, it was Rosie that made up the tripwire lie when there was no tripwire in evidence, and none of the other 10 police mentioned a tripwire, along with the proof showing that I wasn't shot with my gun. And that's where I did this. So there was, this is not about Rosie and her many lies, even though there's a lot of them. But, this was from the transcript from the protective order hearing. And that protective order hearing, which it gets thrown in my face many times, basically, here the ex-wife filed this on me. I get served a subpoena 22 months after the murder attempt. She lived in Lubbock, 100 miles away. So I get a protective order from somebody I hadn't seen or talked to in a year and a half, okay, that lived 100 miles away. It's total absurdity, right? And the whole thing was her and her lifelong friend, Rosie Rodriguez, was there to call me crazy because I believe somebody's in the attic. Well, now we got 50 other homeowners across America reporting people in the attic. I get a lifetime protective order, take away my right to own guns for life. So I'm disabled and defenseless and living under the threat of death with criminals breaking into my house. That's what's going on right now. I think they were really trying to terrorize me into moving from my home. So, because of the underground facilities, the murders and all that. Moving on, the ex-wife also testified that I was delusional at the protective order hearing, and she had carried out her extortion threat after I didn't pay her the $1,800 a month. This resulted in me getting a lifetime protective order and took away my right to own guns for life while I was a crippled survivor of a capital murder attempt that she is alleged to be involved in. Okay. Let that sink in. Okay, so on the left, I already showed you the transcript. We listened to her admission to the felony extortion. And this is a transcript from the court, okay? This is December 18, 2013. The top one is Rosie Rodriguez, where dirty cop, secret police Rosie Rodriguez is calling me delusional. And then the bottom one is the ex-wife, he's very delusional. Now, keep in mind right here, she threatened me. If I didn't pay her the money, she's going to tell everybody I was crazy and I didn't pay. And there she is right there. She carried out the extortion threat. Destroyed my life. Them lies destroyed my life right there. In 2017, I told Texas Ranger Strain the ex-wife had told me with 100% sincerity, the secret is a group of doctors are killing people for profit. And he asked me, how would doctors make money killing people? I then suggested he ask the ex-wife this question and reminded him that I had provided him the video called Follow the Money, where she had admitted to felony extortion. I felt like he could use this as leverage to get that information from her and stop these serial killers who have long suspected were involved in the murder attempt on my life. Okay. I had later found out that her brother-in-law was a doctor, and come to find out he was my ER doctor on the night that I was shot, and that it's when it's proven my x-rays were faked. Okay, so here is emails between myself and Texas Ranger Strain in 2017, April 2017. And I'm writing here and I'm telling Ranger Strain, I said, I believe the biggest crime is what I was told by the ex concerning the doctor. She whispered in my ear, 100% sincerity, the secret is a group of doctors kill people for profit. And he replies back, how would a doctor make money killing people? And I said, I don't know, but I suggest you ask her. And I sent him the link to that Follow the Money, right? That's extortion. Not only did she admit on recording to trying to extort money from me, she carried out the extortion threat, right? I mean, this is just, it's amazing what's going on here. I just want to show you that my home was for sale 2 months. So when you hear people, why don't you move? Why don't you sell your home? Then you'll know, hey, he put that home up for sale. They didn't want to buy it because they want to kill him to get it for free. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.